Alright, what's up? It's been a while since I've literally been out here because I haven't been able to use my bus pass for literally a month. But now I'm back out here again, and this will be a bit like a part two to the what ifs video that I did like several months back, or even close to a year and some change ago, probably. But I was basically explaining in that video about the what if question. So it's sort of saying, what if I did this or did that instead of what I really did. So for example, the school that I went to, the middle school that I went to back in my day was the Washington Irving. I completely despised of that school back then. But the main question would be, what if I didn't go to that school? What if I went to a completely different middle school? Like, for example, the Mildred Avenue Middle School. That is in Mattapan. And it's, yeah, like, what if I went to that school? One, I would have met Trinity. I would have met my bestie because she went to that school. And me and her literally would have became best friends right off the bat. I would have started my 8th grade year at that school, and she would have already started her 6th grade year. So that's one. And number two, they have an IEP program. And I've been on an IEP throughout all the years I was in school. So I literally had to be a part of an IEP program. And it turns out that the Mildred did have it. And they still have it, but I don't know why I couldn't go to that school. My mom told me I couldn't go to that school for some reason. But I could have easily went there. And plus my older brother also went to that school too. Another what if question. So originally, for example, let's just say that you're working a poor job that doesn't pay you a lot of money. Ask yourself this. Well, what if I won the lottery? What if I won the lottery? Would you quit your job? Now, me personally, depending on what the job is, and if I like it, then I probably might not quit. And also depending on how much money I've won, if it was like $200 million, or maybe double that, probably, that would be amazing. But honestly, and I know that some people would argue against this, but me, if I was to win the lottery, I literally would not quit my job at all, depending on what job it is. If I was working at GameStop, or if I was working for the MBTA at the time that I do win the lottery, hypothetically speaking, I would not quit that job. Like it would be a complete godsend if I won the lottery, but at the same time, just because I have this much money doesn't mean I'm gonna quit my job, though. Because if it's a job that I love doing, I'm not gonna quit it just because I won the lottery. But that's just my opinion. Well, maybe not an opinion, but it's me personally. If I was to win the lottery, I would not quit my job. Because if it's a job that I love to do, I ain't gonna quit it. But with y'all would probably quit y'all's damn jobs. So, but that's another what if. So, Oh yeah, I already said the example. If you was to work a poor job and you're not getting paid enough, and you ask yourself, what if I won the lottery? You would quit your job. So yeah, that's another what if. Another what if. What if I start a family? You know, what if I wasn't single? You know, what if I was in a relationship? You know, how would your life look like? Or how would your life be written? Like, anyone can choose if they want to live a single life or live in a relationship. You know, no one's gonna force you to be together with someone or to be single. Like, it's your choice if you want to be in a relationship or be single. And in my case, I honestly do want to be in a relationship, but I just feel like I'm not ready yet. I'm not financially ready yet. Once I get a job, once I get a vehicle, once I at least get my own house or my own apartment or whatever, then I'll be ready to start a relationship. If not, then I can stay single, really. I'm proud of it. I'm not gonna be all lonely and sad that most of the friends around me have boyfriends and girlfriends, and I'm the only one that's in the dust with no one. I'm not just gonna sit back and whine and get upset because I don't have anyone. I'm not gonna do that. I can choose to be single. Anyone can choose to be single or to start a relationship. So yeah, those are some other what if questions. Like, what if I was in the relationship? What if I wasn't single? You know. Another what if question you would ask yourself, and this would all be based on how your life will be written if you was to do the opposite on what you originally did to get to where you are in life now. So another what if would be, what if I worked there instead of here? You know, like, there's a job across the street that pays out way more money per hour and gives you a paycheck way beyond on what you get paid now. What if I worked at that job instead of this one? You'd be making a whole lot more money. Like, y'all get the idea. So it's all about the what ifs. You know, if you ever ask yourself one day, you know, what if I did this? What if I did that instead of what I originally did? You know, where would you end up? You know, like, there's a lot of stuff that I did, you know, back then. But then I also asked myself, you know, what if I did it a different way? Or what if I did that or instead of this? You know, like, there's no way for me to explicitly say it, but like I said, y'all get the idea. So, you know, like, life is what you want it to be. It's not how other people want it. Like seriously, like, some people literally be trying to force you to make your life the way they want it. It ain't like that. So, you know, once you are born and once you get to that age, it's gonna be your job to basically write how your life is gonna be from then on out. So the moment that you graduate high school, it's your job to find a pathway to take your life in, or to take your life at, or however it's said, you know. Like, like it's there. So, like, like I said a few minutes ago, there's no explicit way for me to say all this, like, seriously. Because it's that deep of a topic. So, like if I have to say it in the most specific way possible, all I would say is that you cannot allow your mistakes to get the better of you, and you cannot allow anyone to how can I say it? You can't let your mistakes defy you, and you cannot have someone make your life the way they want it. Because you were born for a reason. You were born to grow up and to be the person that you want to freaking be, not what other people want it to be. So, and that's literally how it is. So, like, I am gonna let y'all know eventually how I'm doing, when it comes to me, trying to get my job and get my life officially started. So that way I can quit living at home. So that way I can either live on my own or live with a friend, or at least, and every so often I'll always go and visit, see how my dad's doing, see how my grandma's doing. Every so often I'll always come over for Christmas and Thanksgiving, but obviously I'm just trying to get my life started, and I will let y'all know, ahead of time, or as days, weeks, and possibly months go on how everything's going with me. But life is literally what you want it to be, not how other people want it. Like, seriously, and always ask yourself those what if questions. And those what if questions could still be applied to getting your life into the right direction. So it's not too late to still, do what you truly wanted to do. So instead of you doing this, you can still do that. Like if you wanted to work at this job, you can still do it. The job is still there. They're probably still hiring. Or if you wanted that car, you can still get it once you come up with the money eventually. Or if you wanted to move out state, you can still do that. It would just have to be about how your money is. So, yeah, like, sometimes the what ifs, they sometimes don't apply, but at the same time they do, when you really think about it. So, but yeah, there were some stuff that I could have done rather than doing what I originally did. Like, for example, I actually can't remember from the top of my head on what I originally did and that I could have done it differently. But there were some instances where I could have done it differently or did it the other way around, so that way it would have gone down the way it did. So, but I already given y'all a few examples, so y'all get the idea. So, but overall, life is what you want it to be. God wants you to write your life out. Once you get up to that age, it's your job to basically write where you want your life to be at. And I think I also said before in either a previous video or a previous stream, basically telling y'all about me watching Steve Harvey, explaining that you can ask God what you want in life, and He'll basically give it to you, but you would have to basically either pray for it or ask for it, or probably write it down and then wait a year and then start checking off those stuff that you wrote down that you want in your life if you've actually gotten and achieved them. So, and that is true. You can write down what you want in life. Well, for you individually, you can write down what you want. And as years go by, you can start checking things off that list that you are starting to gain. So, and that's literally because God has given it to you, because you wrote it down and He is slowly giving it to you. So, that can happen. So, but he said you would have to write 300 things down on a piece of paper. I probably might not be able to write down that many ideas. Well, maybe not ideas, but things that I want in life. I might not be able to remember 300 of them. I'll probably remember at least like 20 or 30 of those at least. But he did say that he did say that you will get stuck at number 75 because your brain will start to turn off at that point, because you can't think that much ahead on what you want. So, and then as like I said and what he said, as years go by, and if most of those things on that list happen to you and you achieve them, start checking them off that list. And you're going to know why it happened, and then you're going to wonder why this happened to you and why you achieved it is because of God Himself. Because you asked for it, you wrote it down, and now He's given it to you because of the amount of effort, time that you're putting into to get it. So, and plus, he also said that everyone who, well, I actually really don't know how he said it, but it does have something to do with friends. I really don't know how he said it, but I think I do know that he did say that not everyone can be your friend, and that is indeed true. Not everyone you see can be your friend, as long as you stop and get to know them, and if they really actually, help you to where you gotta go in life, and then those people will be your true friends. And that could also coexist with the what if questions. Like, what if I had this person in my life to influence me and to guide me to where I need to be? What if I had this many friends with me that would actually be there for me no matter what? Every time I called them, every time I text them or whatever, they would actually be there for me. Like that what if could still apply. So, I'm telling you, anything could happen. So the what ifs, they can happen. I'm at the darker side of the park. That's why y'all can't see me, but at least you can hear me still. But that's it really. So I just wanted to, get that out the way, because I kind of feel like I wasn't being as specific in my part 1 And if I wasn't, then I deeply apologize. I really hope I was. But like I kept telling y'all over and over again, when it comes to life advice or life topics, when it comes to life advice or life topics like this, there is no specific and or explicit way for me to explain it because it's that deep. So I really can't talk about it thoroughly in the way that y'all want me to explain it. Like, you would literally need to talk with like a psychiatrist or a therapist or something if you want like lifestyle advice. And once you get that type of advice, you're going to end up thanking them because they were more clear, they were more specific, they were more explicit on what they were saying. You know, and it also sounds like that I don't be doing any research on this. I do. Maybe not as much, but I do because I obviously want to come up with the best advice I can get and that I can give. So, but until then, y'all are going to have to hear me repeat myself over and over again. And I don't like to repeat myself either because the shit is also annoying to me when I always repeat myself because I don't have no other specific way to explain it or describe it. So, y'all are going to have to forgive me on that. But yeah, that's all I got for y'all tonight. You know, I just wanted to make a part 2 to that what if video that I made a while back. You know, because many other things can apply. You know, as long as you ask yourself those specific style questions, you know, you can still do them and you can still make that happen. It's not too late. You can still make it happen. You can still, you know, rewrite how you want your life to go going forward. So that way, you know, you'll be where you're at. So ask yourself those what if questions. Be sure to ask yourself those type of questions. And if you want the answers, then you're gonna have to figure out the answer by doing it, by actually, by just doing it, like, what if I had that job? If you want that job, go and get it. If you don't like the job that you're at now, if you don't like the car that you own, go out there and find that car that you want, and then the answer would literally be right there as soon as you get it. But but y'all get what I mean. But yeah, that's all I got for y'all tonight. I really hope I was being as specific. If not, then I tried. But that's all I got for y'all tonight. Hopefully y'all enjoyed. Like it up if you did. Subscribe if any of y'all are new. And I'll see y'all in the next vid. Alright?